ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the forum. I would like to thank to all of the audience in front of me for attending this forum. Our issue for today is social media and mental health issues in Malaysia. First of all, let me introduce to all of you about our panels for today. On my left side is our special invited, Mr. Muhammad Zafran bin Roslan, who had been diagnosed with chronic social anxiety disorder patient. Beside him is Dr. Sharika Zahira binti Zamanuddin. She is currently as a counselor at Life Center Medical Center Bangsa Kuala Lumpur. At the end of the corner is the very experienced counselor, Dr. Amirah bin Anwar. Welcome to our forum for today. Hope all of you were in pain of health. With me, Nurhanis as your chairperson today. Nowadays, it is undeniable that social media is integral in life of many people around the world. As of January 2020, about 81% of the Malaysian population were active social media users. Examples of social media are Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, or Snapchat. It provides a range of benefits and opportunities to empower the users in variety of ways, such as maintaining social connections and support networks. With the pros and cons of using social media have been widely discussed, contemporary development indicate that social media is increasingly affecting mental health. Social media use is said to have caused different types of mental illness such as depression, anxiety, negative body image, and many more. For further detail about this topic, I would like to seek information from the first panel next to me. Without wasting our time, my first question to our first panel, Encik Zafran. Encik Zafran, can you tell us about your experience as a chronic social anxiety disorder patient, how it happened and affect your life?
Assalamualaikum and greetings to all of you. Thank you to our moderator, which is Miss Hanis. So today, I would like to share with all of you regarding my experience as chronic social anxiety disorder patient and how it happened, also how it affect my life. It took quite some time before I realized some abnormalities about me. These were at first covered by my 4.0 CGPA during my diploma respectively, apart from being attractive. So during a gathering, I talked with my housemate. We talk about what happens around us. We talk about academically, socially, and somehow we both shared our mental health records. It was then that I discovered that I was suffering from bipolar disorder for years due to stress. So I understand very well how holding back unstable and negative emotion without sharing any thoughts and feeling with trusted individuals will worsen mental health. For over a decade, I hid my stress and emotions, plus feeling guilty whenever I was judged by others. It is not easy for me to express my feelings and emotions, as I already get used of keeping it by myself. I also didn't trust anyone to share my problem with. Some people might look normal to us, but they could be not normal. For example, people like me who seems happy, but actually it is not because of stress. So that is all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Encik Zafran. From what Encik Zafran has said just now, we know that Encik Zafran has suffered the illness hardly. My next question is to Dr. Sharika Zahira. Doctor, can you share with us the actual fact how can social media leads an individual developing mental health disorder and what driving someone to use social media often?
Okay, Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone. Thank you for your question, Mihani. So basically, how the social media leads someone to have an individual developing mental health disorder is because they are addicted to take photos, and they even uploaded the photos and expecting to get hundreds of likes. And who would have thought that they even buying the likes? So in this aspect of area, it will trigger them to have their narcissism in them. So the triggers in them is because about the developing mental health disorder because of the keyboard warrior. Typing in front of the laptop and commenting and judging without fully understand the harm of their words to other people, causing them to have a mental disorder or worse, suicide. So the second question, what's driving someone to have or to use social media? Because they can connect with each other. So if they are not in present, the platform can give an accessible for people to do everything, such as share a favorable post. This can release a chemical in brain called dopamine, where it is the same reward as we eating the chocolate. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chavika Zahra, for the explanation. We have listened to question and considered opinion. Now I would like to pose next question to Dr. Amiro. As a psychologist, can you share what are the signs or symptoms that social media impact in our mental health? Can you explain it clearly to us?
Okay, thank you, Ms. Anis. Assalamualaikum and very good evening to all the audience who have been here today. Everyone is different and there is no specific amount of time on social media or the frequency you check for updates. Rather, it has to do with the impact time spent on social media have on your mood and other aspect of your life. So, how do we recognize these signs or symptoms? Firstly, they're spending more time on social media than with real world friends. Even if you are out with friends, you still feel the need to constantly check on social media. Secondly, comparing yourself with others on social media. This is because of having low self-esteem or negative body image. Thirdly, being distracted at school or work. You feel pressure to post regular content about yourself, get comments or like on your posts. Lastly, suffering from sleep problems. Do you check social media before going to sleep or even when you wake up in the night? The light from phone or an other device can disrupt your sleep, which in turn can have a serious impact on your mental health. Thank you.
Well, from what Dr. Amiro mentioned just now, there are many signs and that social media can impact our mental health. Now we'll go to the second round of the forum. I would like to ask question to Encik Zafran. After all the hardship you have been through, how exactly you deal with your mental illness? Can you share some tips how you keep a healthy balance with social media?
Okay, so every single thing in life has its good and also a bad side. It is just the matter of how we control it. Firstly, I will talk about the positive side. There are many benefits of using social media. It can help people to keep in contact with each other directly and has enabled us to keep up to date with each other's life indirectly, even if we are far from each other. We can catch up on events such as birthday, wedding. Also, it could help us to catch up on to keep in touch with our friends, family, client that we have business, and so many more. Then, for example, for platform of social media such as WhatsApp and Instagram, we could send a text, make a video call to keep in touch with our family, friends, and then the world has definitely changed of how people interact. Other than that, with using YouTube, we can share something interesting that we are good at. This would be considered as a positive point and enable us to maintain healthy relationship with our friends and family, besides we could earn income. So the next one is the negative side. The effect of social media can also cause people to be less social in real life. They become reclusive and it can create a time sink. For example, you sat on Instagram scrolling through your feed, watching funny videos, and then you realize that 30 minutes or an hour has just passed by. Your time is wasted by too focused with social media. So other than that, social media also can make you less productive as a person. For example, kids nowadays are more likely to love playing their gadgets. And then every platform is different, but you can also run the risk of online bullying, exposure of explicit content, and also online predators. There are always negative side in everything, as nothing in life perfect. We just need to know how to manage and balance in doing something in our life. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for the great tips, Encik Zafran. Then we move to Dr. Shafiqa Zamira. Doctor, can you share with us the role of social media plays in mental health, also with its pros and cons of social media?
Okay, so the roles of social media in mental health is the social media can give happiness, makes them feel less anxiety, even add years to people's life. Lacking social media can can put a serious mental health and emotional health. So in nowadays world, people are relying so much in social media platforms such as Facebook and Twitter and so on, just to connect with each other and even to get the latest information. But it is important to remember that the social media platform cannot replace the reality human connection, because it is not the same as reality. So the technologies is designed to make people feel more connected, but spending too much time in the social media uh, can make people feel so isolated and creating a mental health such as depression and anxiety. So regarding the second question, so the pros of the social media platform is that we can connect with each other in different places and stay up to date, and to find new friends who share the same interests or ambition. So the cons of the social media are greatly higher than expected, because people are they have this thing called FOMO, which is fear of missing out, where it can affect a person's self-esteem, trigger anxiety, and make people feel more needed to use social media. And they feel like they need to check their social media, and it can make like people prioritizing the social media. So the second one is mood disorder, such as depression or anxiety, that can make it more worse because people are not socializing face to face, where it can increase the happiness of a person. There is the cyberbullying, where they throw some mean comments such as judging their appearance. And Twitter is the biggest hotspot for the spreading fake news, rumors, lies, and abuse, and can leave a long-lasting emotional scar to that person. So that's all.
Thank you, Doctor. Based on Dr. Shafiqah Zahid's explanation, we know that social media have its pros and cons to the users. Lastly, my question will go to Dr. Amiro. Dr. Amiro, can you explain to us the step on how to modify social media used to improve mental health?
Well, there are few steps on how you modifying social media used to improve mental health. Step 1, you need to reduce time online. It may be difficult, but I have some tips that may be able to help you. First, turn off your phone at certain time of the day, such as when you are driving, in a meeting, having dinner, or spending time with offline friends. Second, don't bring your phone or tablet to bed. Turn device off and leave them in another room overnight to charge. Third, disable social media notification. Turning off notification can help you regain control of your time and focus. Lastly, limit check. If you compulsively check your phone every few minutes, wean yourself off by limiting your checks to once every 15 minutes, then one every 30 minutes. Step 2 is change your focus. If you are lonely, for example, invite a friend out for coffee instead. Or if you are depressed, take a walk or go to the gym. Last step is spend more time with offline friends. We all need the face-to-face company of others to be happy and healthy. At its best, social media is a great tool for facilitating real-life connection. But if you have allowed virtual connection to replace real-life friendship in your life, there are plenty of ways to build meaningful connection without relying on social media. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Amiro, for the good explanation. Therefore, we know how to use the social media wisely. Thank you for the informative and interesting talk from all panels. Now we know that social media and mental illness is becoming a serious issue in Malaysia, especially to teenagers. Therefore, we as a concerned citizen should not neglect this issue and learn to be a good user of social media to avoid any mental health disorder. Finally, we have come to the end of the forum, where we share a lot of knowledge which we don't even know before. Last word from me, I would like to thank to all the ladies and gentlemen, and also to our panel for sharing their opinions. A brilliant thank I dedicated to everyone for cheering up this forum. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum and good night.